The world is changing at an ever faster pace. Industrial buildings are now much more than steel boxes. They're a core part of the country's infrastructure and support the day-to-day running of business, and provides consumers with choice and availability of products they so depend.
Over the years, logistic real estate became not only a storage space, simple storage space, but we call it infrastructure. With the rise of e-commerce, with the rise of data centers, it became essential not only for storage, but for the whole supply chain and the whole economy. And the infrastructure, the buildings are much more sophisticated, equipped with a lot of digital infrastructure, automated. Even if it's in many cases the same box, it's much more equipped and much more crucial than before.
Founded in 1986 by Panattoni, we're a 40-year-old privately held logistics real estate development company. We have over 1,100 experienced professionals across offices globally, covering America, Canada, UK, Europe, India and the Middle East. We've been operational in Europe for 20 years and have a platform now spanning 15 countries across 36 offices, and we've grown to become the largest developer in Europe and have been for the last 8 years in a row.
What makes Panattoni almost unique in its sector, given its size, is that it's privately owned and operated top-down by a transactional leadership team. This allows us to make the best long-term decisions with our capital and also build correctly the type and quantity of occupational space that our tenant customers require. Our private ownership also allows us to react quickly to emerging trends. Of equal importance too is that the business isn't beholden to a single source of capital. This allows us to have evergreen financial renewal and also execute on multiple strategies at the same time. The Panattoni model is highly scalable. Despite the technological shifts we've seen in the last 20 years, the generic nature of a warehouse means that investors can get comfortable with multi-jurisdiction strategies with relative ease.
Across our platform, we have the technical know-how spanning everything in the industrial logistics universe, covering production, assembly, logistics and distribution, cold storage, urban logistics, data centers. And our model is an integrated value chain delivering the full suite of services through the entire life cycle of the development, from land origination, preparation, financing and capital markets, construction, delivery, and long-term asset management as well.
We are focusing with each project on the customer needs. What do our customers need? Reliability, flexibility, being fast, and delivering in quality and time. That's maybe the difference to other players in the market.
The integration of technology and AI is increasingly being used to ensure supply chain flexibility and security and efficiency in an increasingly complex world. And this is all driving the need for modern, technology-enabled warehousing in both established and new emerging markets.
So what is really important for our business at Panattoni is, as I said, to hit the customer's demand, to create really products that are useful for our customers. What they need from us is mainly process management. Doing a building, there are a lot of companies, a lot of people that could construct a building. What's the difference to us, to Panattoni? We are delivering all from A to Z. We are checking the land, availability of land. Is this useful for this type of project or not? We are able to react, to adapt to a special need. We do not have globally the same standards, the same setup. We are able to focus on every business, on every client, on every market, on every product, and to deliver really a building and a product that fits them in time and quality.
Clearly, data centers, AI, and this type of infrastructure is going to have to grow for the next decades. And this is the most attractive real estate sector going forward. We can be a value creator and we can bring value to the table. That's why we created a unit which is specialized in this type of real estate, which would be using our platform to the benefit of a customer. We are thinking ahead and trying to be ahead of demand and creating solutions for large customers ahead of the needs.
Logistics real estate has really become a top 2 conviction strategy for real estate investors globally, with investors attracted by the long-term structural drivers of growth. Logistics assets are now clearly seen as the digital and logistics infrastructure on which societies and economies increasingly depend, and that is why capital continues to flow strongly into our sector. Part of our success has been through cultivating multiple investor relationships in an evolving marketplace and being able to unlock deep pools of opportunities in a more varied market. And it's this agility that's allowed us to respond to the broadest set of opportunities across markets and remain customer investor focused at all times.
The customer needs different type of buildings, different types of services in different markets, and we are able to adapt. We have very flexible building types, inner city locations, smaller units starting with 2,000 square meters up to 5 or 10, but focusing on the local business.
There is a lot of facilities, production facilities that need kind of reconstruction, remodeling, and this is easier permitting-wise, but at the same time, these situations are available. The production companies are leaving and they have infrastructure, they have real estate which is available, and we acquire it and we transform that into mostly kind of a consumer base, warehouses or fulfillment centers which are serving the customers. We are serving a consumption base, and production moves out and leaves this brownfields available, and for us it's kind of a easier access to real estate in top locations.
As a developer, we position ourselves at the spearhead of this evolving market with the agility to respond to changes in occupier dynamics and investor preferences. These are all driven by a multitude of geopolitical, technological and demographic shifts, and it's essential that we're able to respond quickly to these.
One of the pieces that Panattoni does well is that it provides institutional capital access to preferential returns by directly investing in property assets through the Panattoni platform. This platform is managed in all markets by extensive teams on the ground who understand the real estate and are highly connected with the land and space markets.
By managing the full life cycle in-house, from land acquisition, financing and construction to long-term management, it's this data that gives both the occupiers and investors confidence in performance, efficiency and the sustainability outcomes.
The idea behind the company is to be solution partnership oriented, not transaction oriented. This is a key factor in my opinion to build the trust. Amazon is our largest customer in the world, and we started relationship with Amazon early 2000, and they were not so big yet. And we continue that relationship today.
In addition to the company's ability to evolve in a global marketplace, the dawning of Economy 4.0, with the advent of AI and increased automation, there probably exist now more opportunities for Panattoni than ever.
We are seeing the steps that are coming faster and faster on the market. It's totally important that we, as a developer, as a service provider for our tenants, are able to go the speed with them, are able to adapt to the market, to deliver answers on the change of economy, on the change of the whole world.
Our investor base is global, but our execution is always local, and it's this combination that allows us to deploy capital at speed and to deliver the state-of-the-art assets that investors know will perform in an Economy 4.0 world.
We don't have a strategy written for the next 20 years. Our strategy is to respond to the customer need and to predict that and be reflecting that in what we do. We are not sure how the world will shape out going forward, but we try to be close to the world and be flexible.
We continue to build on our investment platform so that it can accommodate all types of investors with varying preferences and capabilities.
It's all about 3 things: adaptation, evolution and embracing change. And at Panattoni, we're focusing on all 3.